ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hays America for some Hays Larks baseball this fine evening. I'm Jake Deckent filling in for Carson Ackerman tonight. I'm not as cool as Carson, so bear with me here. Making the pitching start for the Larks tonight is Rustin Hays, 2-0 on the year. And we're getting right into the game. Leading off for the BJs is the shortstop, Jordan Williams.
Leading off for the BJs is the shortstop, number 2, Jordan Williams.
Kind of a hot night for baseball all day in the triple digits. No cloud coverage tonight. As Hays steps on the mound to throw the first pitch of the ball game. Winds up with an outside fastball. Count is 1-0. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. The scoreboard is having issues tonight, and we're not able to bring that up for you. So just keep your ears open and listen for me to give you updates throughout the game. Pitch, strike. Count is now 1-1. Here comes the pitch. Rifled into left field. Catch is made by Lee for out number 1. Making his way up to the batter's box is now the right fielder Connor Emmett. Rustin Hays starting for tonight from Arkansas. Redshirt sophomore. In the windup, delivers the pitch. Ball is hit to deep right field. And the catch is made by Sutherland for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. Let's see if Hays can make something else happen here for the third out.
First baseman number 18, Cade Ward.
Stepping into the box is Ward, the first baseman for the BJs. Hays delivers the pitch. Strike number 1. Count is 0-1. Way inside pitch. Count is now 1-1. Hays catches Ward swinging on that one. Brings up 1-2 with 2 outs. See if Hays has a curveball or something in his arsenal, but inside fastball for ball number 2, 2-2, excuse me. Hays delivers, ball is hit to the third baseman, Brandon. Brandon throws over to first for out number 3. So, ladies and gentlemen, 3 up, 3 down. We're headed to the bottom of the first already. Maybe the shortest half inning I've ever seen in my long baseball watching career. So we'll go ahead and turn on some music for you, and I'll be back in the bottom of the first.
Tickets are only $25 a piece.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hays Larks baseball for the bottom of the first inning.
University, the center fielder, number 1, Drake Algeron.
Leading off for the Larks is Drake Angeron, the center fielder. From Morgan City, Louisiana. First pitch is outside for ball number 1. Count is 1-0. Pitch number 2 is high for ball number 2. Count is now 2-0. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, our scoreboard is having difficulties tonight, so we'll try to get that back going for you tomorrow night. I know that's kind of aggravating, but technology is technology, and it happens. So 3-0 count. Angeron's walked down to first base by the pitcher Peyton Strambler, making the start for tonight for the BJs. Stepping into the box for the Larks, the designated hitter, number 16, Wyatt Divis. No wind tonight, just a little breeze. Flags are hanging kind of low. Williams delivers the pitch. Scrambler. Fouled off by Divis for 0-1. So we got a runner on first base. Count 0-1, bottom of the first inning. Strambler delivers the pitch. Ball is hit by Divis to first base. And the home plate umpire rules a foul ball on what could have been a double play for the BJs. Everything happened so fast there, I'm not really sure if I have an opinion on whether that was foul or not, so we'll just agree with the umpire. Divis taking his time, getting in the box. Strambler looks over to first base at Angeron. Divis takes a hack at it for strike 3. Brings up out number 1 with the runner on first.
Tonight's 8th Street number beverage batter from Cochise College, the left fielder, number 9, Justin Lee.
Justin Lee stepping in the box for the Larks. He's the beverage batter. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, the beverage batter is a big deal here in Hays. If the beverage batter gets a hit, drinks are all half price. That includes beer and soda. First pitch is high and away for ball number 1. Brings up 1-0 for Lee. Strambler throws over to first base at Angeron. Angeron makes it back safely. You can hear Coach Sedbrook over at first base from up here yelling, "Get back." Coach Sedbrook was my high school baseball coach. Amazing guy and amazing coach. Lee pops up the ball to center field. And Stacy out there in center field makes the catch for out number 2. So there's 2 outs. 2 outs. Runner on first. Bottom of the first here.
School of Mines, number 18, Mikey Gangwish.
Brings up number 18, Mikey Gangwish, the catcher for tonight. Left-handed hitter from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Played at Colorado School of Mines. Angeron makes a go at it to second. He's safe. Ball pops into center field. So a successful stolen base by Angeron. Gives a runner on second. Looks like a hit and run was on for the Larks. Brings up 0-1. Scrambler looks over at second base, delivers the pitch, it's low and inside. The catcher, Moore, rifles the ball down to second base, trying to catch Andron off guard, but ends up throwing it into center field, and Andron makes it over to third base. So with one error for the BJs here in the bottom of the first. Gives a runner on third. Ganglish has a 1-1 count on him. Let's see if he can get Andron in for an early lead here in the first. Ganglish pops the ball up to the left fielder. Left fielder makes the catch at the corner of the fence for out number 3. Ends the first inning with a runner on, so one left on base for the Larks. And we'll be right back after you guys take a peek at these sponsors and listen to some music. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to beautiful Hays, America for some Hays Larks baseball here in the top of the second inning. If you're just now joining us, our scoreboard is down tonight, so we apologize for that inconvenience, but it will be up tomorrow night. Leading off the top of the second for the BJs is Truslow, the designated hitter tonight, and if my sources are correct, Truslow is actually coming here to play at Fort Hays State University this next year. Ball is pitched for an 0-2 count. Rustin Hays back on the mound for the Larks. Ball is pitched high and away for a 1-2 count here. Had some restructuring go on this last year for Fort Hays baseball. New coach Goodale brought in a bunch of new players for this next upcoming season. It'll be interesting to see how everything plays out. Goodale was the Colorado School of Mines coach previously. So 1-2 count, top of the second. Truslow in the box. Hays delivers the pitch and is fouled off towards where I parked my car, so let's hope that didn't get hit tonight. I apologize, guys. I had the sponsors still up. Still getting used to this new software here. Haven't done this for a couple years, and it's a little bit different than when I did it last. Hays delivers the pitch, and the ball is fouled off by Truslow again towards the first base dugout side. So after a long at bat, let's see if this AB can come to an end after Hays delivers his last pitch. Ball is outside for ball number 2, brings up a 2-2 count. Trying to catch him swinging on a outside pitch. Ball is fouled off into the glove of Mikey Gangwish for out number 1. Larks start throwing the ball around. Brings up number 6, Brandon Holden, the second baseman for the BJs. Hays in the windup, delivers the pitch. Ball out. Ball in the strike zone for strike number 1. Strike number 2 on the inside pitch. Brings up an 0-2 count. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Gangwish tries to frame the pitch. What looks like to be the same spot as before. Wait, I got confused, but umpire called it a ball. Holden pops up to the left fielder, Lee. Lee makes the catch for out number 2. So Larks defense really doing well tonight. Taking care of business. Been 5 up, 5 down so far for Hays. Ball is pitched inside for ball number 1. Brings up 1-0 for Trevor Beard, the third baseman for the BJs. A check swing puts the ball right back into Hays' hands, and Hays makes the play to the first baseman, Belbin, for out number 3. So we're headed to the bottom of the second. 6 up, 6 down for the Larks. And we'll catch you back here after this half inning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hays Larks baseball. Sorry, I was taking a break there, talking to our IT guy there. Batting for the Larks is number 8, George Sutherland. Base hit into right field. Gives a runner on first base, brings up number 26, Jared Belbin, first baseman for tonight. Back to the mound for the BJs is Strambler. So runner on first, Strambler in the stretch, delivers the pitch for strike number 1, brings up 0-1. Strambler pitches the ball, fouled off by Belbin on the third base dugout side. Folks, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to talk and chat. Do my best to answer them, and it could be about anything about Hays, how the Hays community is. It's anything. I've been here my whole life, born and raised. Beautiful town and really fun town. Ball is pitched by Strambler. It looks like first base was occupied, so batter is out. For out number 1, brings up number 2, Brooke Brannon, the third baseman tonight. Runner advances to second base.
The third baseman from Jacksonville State, number 2, Brooke Brannon.
So bottom of the second, runner on second, Brooke Brannon in the batter's box for the Larks. Looks like Moore's going out to talk with Strambler and turns right back around. Strambler steps on the mound. Sutherland on second base. Takes a nice secondary. Strambler pitches the ball for a strike. Seemed a little high for Brannon. Ends up a 0-1 count. Right now the score is 0-0. Again, I apologize for the inconvenience tonight. Our scoreboard is having some issues, but we'll get that back going for you guys tomorrow night. We're in the bottom of the second right now. Count is 0-2. Sutherland on second base. Brannon batting. Strambler pitches. Brannon takes a hack at it and strikes out for out number 2. Really wanted that ball. Took a really big hack at it.
Shortstop, number 3,
Kavanaugh steps up to bat for the Larks. Playing shortstop tonight. Strambler in the stretch. Peeks over at Sutherland on second base. Pitches the ball. Ball is fouled off by Kavanaugh. Pushes to the first base side. We're in the bottom of the second here. Strambler in the stretch. Pitches high and away. Brings up 1-1 for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh from the University of Texas at Arlington. Made his way all the way up to Kansas here for some summer ball. Ball is fouled off to Coach Sedbrook there on first base. And Coach Sedbrook's skills are still on par. Makes the play, tosses the ball over to the first base dugout. One-two count for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh rifles the ball into left field. Sutherland will score. Kavanaugh gets a RBI double. Great job by Kavanaugh to bring a runner in scoring position to home. Score is now 1-0. Larks lead.
From Cochise College, the second baseman, number 4, Jimmy DeLeon.
Jimmy DeLeon stepping up to bat for the Larks after an RBI double by Kavanaugh. Runner on second base, 1-0. Larks lead. 2 outs. Ball is pitched by Strambler for a ball. Brings up 1-0. DeLeon up to bat for the Larks. Strambler pitches the ball. Ball is live. DeLeon didn't see where the ball went there. Play is made for out number 3. So 2 hits for the Larks brings up a RBI double by Kavanaugh. Score is now 1-0. We'll catch you back here after this half inning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hays America for some Hays Larks baseball. Back to the mound is Rustin Hayes for the Larks. Came into this game with a 2-0 record. Leading off for the BJs, I believe, is Trevor McDonald. Hayes' first pitch was a strike, delivers his second pitch. Ball is fouled off down the first base line. Brings up 0-2 for the BJs. Ball is pitched outside and low. Brings up a 1-2 count for McDonald. In the windup is Hayes, delivers the pitch. Fouled off again down the first base line. McDonald likes that first base line. Score is 1-0. Larks lead. We're here in the top of the third inning. Ball is pitched low and away by Hayes again. Count is 2-2. Hayes delivers. Ball grounded to the first baseman. Belbin makes a diving play. Hayes makes his way over for some PFP to first base, and Larks managed to get the out. So 7 up, 7 down for the Larks. Hayes doing an excellent job right now. brings up Colton Moore, the catcher for the BJs. Ball is outside for ball number 1. Ball is grounded to the third baseman, Brannon. Brannon makes the throw over to Belbin at first for out number 2. So 8 up, 8 down. I'm just going to keep saying it because it sounds beautiful. Great job by Hays to get pop-ups, fly balls, and ground balls, and easy plays made. 2 outs, Larks lead 1-0. Hays delivers the pitch high and outside for ball number 1. Stacy in the batter's box for the BJs. Hays delivers the pitch, and it doesn't look like he agreed with the umpire on that call for ball number 2. Gangwish doesn't manage to get the ball in his mitt and make the catch, but it is a strike, so the count is now 2-1. Ball is delivered low, and Gangwish did a nice job keeping it in front of him. It really doesn't matter right now. No runners on, but it's always good to keep working back there. Ball is low for ball number 4. Gives a walk for Stacy. Jordan Williams makes his way to the batter's box for the BJs. BJs are from Liberal, Kansas, west of here in Hays. Hays throws over to first, trying to get Stacy. Belbin threw back to Hays, and it pops out of his glove. Stacy thought about going, but realized that he wouldn't have made it. Hays in the stretch now for the first time this game. Fastball strike for Hays brings up 0-1. Ball is delivered. Gangwish turns, acting like he's going to throw down to first. Try to catch Stacy off guard, but Stacy makes it back before he can get the ball off. He throws over to first, trying to get Stacy. Really doesn't like Stacy over there on first base. Williams chopped the ball to Brannon over at third base. Brannon made the play, throw over to Belbin for out number 3. Great job by the Larks to minimize. Liberal leaves one on base. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The score is 1-0. Larks lead. Let's see if we can get something going here. And I'll catch you guys after this half inning. Larks baseball
The center fielder, number 1.
here in my beautiful hometown of Hays, America. Turned out to be a beautiful night after me complaining when the game started about the heat today. There's no breeze, or a little bit of breeze, I guess. The flag's kind of dangling there. Scrambler back to the mound for the BJs. For ball number 1 on his first pitch. I believe we're back to the start of the lineup for the Larks. So Drake Angeron in the box for the Larks. Scrambler delivers for a low fastball. Ball number 2, counts now 2-0. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, scores 1-0 Larks lead. Hoping to extend that lead by a decent margin for tonight. Scrambler delivers. Ball is fouled past the third base dugout. Brings a 2-2 count now for Angeron. Breaking ball pitched. Gives a nice easy ground ball to the first baseman, Ward. Is able to easily make that play for out number 1. Brings up Wyatt Divis, the designated hitter tonight. So 1 out, bottom of the 3rd inning. Ball is pitched for strike number 1. 0-1 count for Divis. Next pitch is high for ball number 1, so count is now 1-1. Again, if you guys are just joining, the scoreboard's down tonight. I'm doing my best to try to remember to read the scoreboard off to you guys because I know you guys can't see that. Next pitch is high again for ball number 2. Count is now 2-1. 2-1, excuse me. Scrambler in the windup, delivers the pitch. Divis for strike number 2. Count is now 2-2. Scrambler delivers the pitch for another high fastball. Got a full count for Divis, the designated hitter tonight for the Larks. Scrambler in the windup. For ball number 4, Divis makes his way down to first base. Our catcher is ready to throw the ball down to third baseman so they can throw it around, but he's not able to do so. After a walk by Scrambler, brings up Justin Lee, the left fielder tonight for the Larks. Lee is from Las Vegas, Nevada. Ball is pitched by Scrambler for strike number 1 against Lee. The runner on first base. Score 1-0. Larks leading. Only 1 out. Lee pops up the ball to the right fielder. Right fielder's just sitting under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Back before they painted the bleachers, it was always hard to see that ball out in right field. Back when I played high school ball in the fall. For those of you that don't know, this field was not always turf and had a grass infield with dirt. Marky Gangwish steps in the box for the Larks. He's catching tonight. Strambler in the stretch, delivers the pitch high for ball number 1. Count is 1-0. Strambler looks over at Divis on first base, pitches the ball. Divis looks at it for strike number 1, I believe. I was looking down at my score sheet here. Didn't catch that. Count is now 1-1. Strambler pitches another strike on the outside part of the strike zone for strike number 2. Brings up 1-2. Strambler delivers the pitch. Ball is fouled off over the press box for now 1-2 count. So 2 outs. Strambler throws over Divis on first base, and Divis is okay, he's safe. Ganguish in the box for the Larks. Strambler peeks over at Divis again, delivers home. Ball is pitched way inside and hits Divis' shoulder. Hits Ganguish's shoulder. Ganguish makes his way down to first base. Runners on first and second. Brings up George Sutherland, the right fielder tonight. Runners on first and second. Strambler in the stretch delivers home for a low ball. Count is 1-0. Strambler peeks over at Divis on second base, pitches home. Sutherland hits a little blooper into left field. Scores a run, catches Ganguish off guard, and a pickle, and he is safe. The third baseman, Beard, was not able to make the tag
RBI base hit for George
on Ganguish. So 2 outs. Sutherland scores an RBI, has an RBI now, scores a run. Scores 2-0, Larks are up. Coach Olmstead for the BJs comes out and talks with Randy Jordan out there. Randy Jordan was also one of my high school baseball coaches. He's umpiring tonight out in the field. Olmstead and Jordan still exchanging words while Ken up here in the press box is playing the signature "Why Can't We Be Friends" by War. Every time a opposing coach goes out and talks with the umpire, he always plays that song. It has since I was a little kid.
The first baseman, number 23, Jared Belbin.
Jared Belbin steps in the box for the Larks now. Runners on first and third. Strambler in the stretch. The first and third situation, delivers home. Belbin takes a hack at it, not able to make contact for strike number 1. It's an 0-1 count. Strambler peeks over. Sutherland delivers home. Ground ball to the shortstop, gets past into left field. So bases loaded, or excuse me.
RBI
Belbin
base hit for Kevin Belbin.
makes another RBI appear on his career. Scoring Ganguish from third. Runners on first and second now.
The third baseman, number 2, Brooke.
So the score is now 3-0. Larks lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Brooke Brannon, the third baseman, up to bat for the Larks now. Strambler in the stretch with runners on first and second. Ground ball hit into right field by Brannon. Sutherland tries to make it home, is unable to do so for the third out. Larks lead 3-0. We're headed to the top of the fourth inning. I will catch you guys back here after this half inning.
Hey, Larks fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hays Larks Baseball here in the beautiful town of Hays, America. Like I've said so many times,
The right fielder, number 9, Connor Emmett.
Hays makes his way back out to the mound for the Larks. Connor Emmett steps in the box for the BJs, playing right field tonight. Emmett pops up the ball to the right fielder, Sutherland, and he makes the catch with no issues for out number 1. First pitch leads to an out for the BJs. BJs need to get something going. Excuse me. First pitch is a ball low and away. Second one is also away. Count is now 2-0. Hays delivers the pitch home for strike number 1. Brings up 2-1 count for Cade Ward, the first baseman. Hays tries his knuckleball there for a strike. Thank you to whoever put that in the chat. He is a knuckleball pitcher. It's my first chance actually getting to watch summer baseball this year. Count is 2-2 after a pitch is fouled off. Hays in the windup. Delivers home. Ball's fouled off again towards my truck. Always a little terrifying to see a ball head towards your vehicle. Hays delivers the pitch home. for an inside pitch. Nearly hits Ward. So a full count for Ward. Ball boy makes his way out to the home plate umpire, give more baseballs. Hays in the windup. Delivers home. Ball's rifled into left field. Will be a tough, impossible play to make. Ball rolls to the corner of the field for a stand-up double for Ward.
The designated hitter number 36, Corbin Trustlow.
Trustlow steps in the box for the BJs, and if you guys didn't catch it earlier, I believe, if my sources are correct, that Trustlow is coming here to play for Fort Hays next year. Hays now in the stretch. Peeks over at Ward on second base. Pitches home for strike number 1. Count is 0-1. Only one out for the BJs. Larks lead 3-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Inside pitch on Trustlow brings up a 1-1 count now. He's in the stretch. Peeks over at Ward, pitches home for ball number 2, brings up a 2-1 count now. Trustlow up to bat for the BJs. Hayes delivers home for ball number 3, brings up a 3-1 count, a hitter's count. Trustlow has a relaxed mentality up there, it looks like. He doesn't look all tense. Something I wish I had when I played. Hayes delivers for a high ball 4. Larks fans highly disagree with that call.
Second baseman number 6, Brandon Holdren.
With runners on first and second, 1 out, brings up the second baseman, Brandon Holdren. Hayes peeks over at Ward again on second base. Ward talking to the shortstop, Kavanaugh, before Hayes pitches the ball for a strike. Brings up an 0-1 count on Holdren. Ball is pitched. Holdren gets caught taking a hack at it and brings up an 0-2 count now with 1 out. Runners on first and second here in the top of the 4th. Ball is pitched. Ground ball to the second baseman, DeLeon. Tosses it to Kavanaugh for easy out there at second base, and Kavanaugh makes the play over to Belbin at first for a double play. So Larks minimize and BJ's leave 2 on base. Larks lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, and I'll catch you back after this half inning. gentlemen, welcome back to Larks Park here in Hays, America. A beautiful night for baseball. Kavanaugh steps in the box for the Larks to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. Ball is pitched by Scramblers back on the mound for the BJs. Kavanaugh fouls off the ball again towards my truck. Hard drops every time it's hit over there. Scrambler pitches to Kavanaugh, and Kavanaugh it's a ground ball to the second baseman, Holden. Holden is able to make the throw over to Ward for out number 1.
The second baseman, number 4, Jimmy DeLeon.
Jimmy DeLeon making his way to the batter's box with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. DeLeon taking a deep breath before stepping in the box. Scrambler delivers home. Ball's way inside, almost hits DeLeon for ball number 1. Count is 1-0. Scrambler in the windup, pitches home again, really inside on DeLeon for ball number 2. Just a score update here. Larks lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Again, tomorrow night we'll try to get that scoreboard up for you guys. I know it's frustrating to not be able to know what the score is at all times. And DeLeon hits a ground ball at third baseman Beard. Slips underneath his legs for an error. Brings up 2 errors for the BJs.
Batting order, the center fielder, number 1,
So DeLeon over there on first base brings up Angeron, the center fielder. Scrambler pitches home for a high ball. 1-0 count with a runner on first base. Angeron, tall center fielder from Morgan City, Louisiana. Plays at Dodge City Community College here in Kansas. Runner on first. Angeron batting for the Larks. Scrambler pitches home for another ball. The catcher Moore tries to bring the ball down into the strike zone. Is not successful to get the umpire to call that a strike. The 3-0 count on Angeron. Ball is pitched on the outside part of the strike zone for strike number 1. Brings up a 3-1 count. Angeron takes a hack at the ball and pops it up to shallow left field. The left fielder McDonald's able to make the play. Brings up 2 outs for the Larks here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
The designated hitter, Wyatt Divis.
Divis makes his way to the batter's box for the Larks. Designated hitter tonight. Scrambler in the stretch with the runner on first base. Peeks over at DeLeon over there on first base. Ball is pitched home and fouled off straight back at the press box, and that catches it before it does any damage to the press box back here. So no 1 count on Divis here with 2 outs. Scrambler in the stretch, throws over at DeLeon on first base. DeLeon safe and successful on the slide back. Scrambler in the stretch, throws home to Divis for a low pitch. Good job by Moore making sure that's kept in front. Scrambler peeks over at De Leon again, pitches home. Fouled off towards the first base dugout by Divis. With a 1-2 count, 2 outs. Runner on first base. Divis needs to get something going here. Fouls off straight back towards the press box again. Good AB by Divis, making Scrambler's pitch count rise. Scrambler shakes off the catcher, pitches home. Fly ball into foul territory. Nice sliding catch by the left fielder McDonald for the third out. Brings up the top of the 5th inning now as the Larks make their way back out to play defense. Scores 3-0 Larks lead. I will catch you guys back after this end of the inning. Hays Larks baseball. Turns out to be a beautiful night here in Hays, Kansas. Don't get many of those in western Kansas. Hays back to the mound for the Larks. Trevor Beard, the third baseman, leads off the top of the 5th inning for the BJs. Ball is pitched low for ball number 1. Brings up a 1-0 count for Trevor Beard. Hays delivers home. Ball is outside for ball number 2. Gangwish not able to catch the ball and frame it. Don't know if that would have made much of a difference. Low pitch. Gangwish kind of caught something up in his eye. Ball must have hit the turf and something came up and hit him. It's an outside pitch, brings up ball number 4. Beard makes his way down to first base, brings up Trevor McDonald, the left fielder for the BJs. He's now in the stretch. Takes a deep breath. Delivers home for strike number 1. Hit the outside corner of the strike zone there. Count is 0-1 here in the top of the 5th with the runner on first base. Hays delivers home for ball number 1, just outside of the strike zone. 1-1 count now for McDonald. McDonald made a nice sliding catch to end the bottom of the 4th inning and get us to where we're at now. Hays delivers pitch home. Down squares up to bunt, but pulls back, and the pitch ended up being a strike for no 2 count. 1-2 count, excuse me. Hays pitches over to the first baseman, Belbin, trying to get Beard. Beard is safe. Hays back in the stretch. Peeks over, delivers home. Ball is grounded to the second baseman, DeLeon. DeLeon makes a nice, easy throw to Belbin for out number 1 for the Larks. Beard advances to second base. Runner on second base. The catcher, Colton Moore, steps into the box for the Liberal BJs. Hays in the stretch, delivers home, pitches high for ball number 1. Some Larks fans disagree. Liberals left 3 on base this game so far. Knuckleball thrown outside. Ball number 1 brings up a 1-1 count now. Hays pitches home. Ball is grounded to the shortstop, Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh makes the throw over to Belbin for out number 2.
The center fielder, number 41, Tristan Stacy.
Stacy steps in the box for the BJs, playing center field tonight. The runner on second base here in the top of the 5th inning. Scores 3-0. Larks lead. Knuckleball pitched home for strike number 1. Ball is hit up the middle. Andron makes a throw to the catcher, Gangwish, keeping the runner on third base. The first and third situation, excuse me. Gangwish delivers signs to the infielders, lets them know what's going on. Jordan Williams steps into the box for ZB for the BJs. Hays throws over to first base, trying to diminish the lead of Stacy. Runners on first and third. Hays in the stretch, peeks over both runners, delivers home for a high pitch. Brings up a 1-0 count. Hays taking his time, relaxing, delivers home for strike number 1. Brings up a 1-1 count. Hays throws over first base, trying to get Stacy out. Unable to do so. Stacy's safe. Hays in the stretch. Pitches home. Ball is grounded to the shortstop, Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh makes the throw over to DeLeon for the third out to end the top of the 5th inning. So we're headed to the bottom of the 5th. The score is 3-0. Larks lead. And I will catch you guys back here after this half inning. BJ's. I'm Jake Deckent, filling in for Carson tonight. And I will be filling in for the rest of this game series. Scrambler returns back to the mound for the BJ's. Throws at Sutherland. Excuse me, Lee. One 0 count. Ball's inside on Lee for a 2-0 count now. Strangler trying to hold his hand on the mound, maybe to get a better grip on the ball. Strangler delivers home. Inside again. 3-0 count for Lee. Ball pitched low for ball number 4. Lee jogs down to first base, brings up the catcher, Mikey Gangwish.
The catcher, Mikey Gangwish.
Gangwish is Albuquerque, New Mexico native. Went to Colorado School of Mines. He's a senior. Runner on first base. Gangwish tries to bunt and misses the ball. Looked like he pulled back there at the last second. Couldn't really tell. Strike number 1 on Gangwish. Strambler in the stretch. Throws home for ball number 1. 1-1 count. Excuse me, a 2-0 count. So Gangwish was able to pull the bat back in time. Sounds like Gangwish kind of broke the bat there on a ground ball to the shortstop, Williams. And beats out the throw over to first base. So Larks have runners on first and second. Brings up George Sutherland, the right fielder from New York.
The right fielder, George Sutherland.
We're here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runners on first and second. No outs. Scores 3-0 Larks lead. Strambler pitches. Sutherland squares up for a bunt. The pitch is high, so pulls back for ball number 1. 1-0 count. Sutherland bunts, trying to advance the runner to third, but the runner is out. Good job by Strambler picking up the ball and quickly relaying the ball to the third baseman, Beard, for out number 1. Runner still on first and second. Nothing's changed besides adding an out since the last at bat. Brings up Jared Belbin, first baseman tonight for the Larks. Strambler delivers home for strike number 1. 0-1. Belbin from Australia goes to Arizona Western. Ball's pitched for a strike on Belbin. 0-2 count. Strambler in the stretch. Runners on first and second. Ball's pitched way inside on Belbin for ball number 1. Brings up 1-2. Larks have 1 out on them. Scrambler delivers home for a low ball. Brings up 2-2. Scrambler trying to regain his composure on the mound there. Taking some deep breaths before stepping on. Goes back into the stretch. Peeks at the runner on second base. Pitches home. Belvin pops up the ball to the third baseman, Beard. Beard's able to make the catch in foul territory. Brings up 2 outs for the Larks.
The third baseman,
Brooke Brannon making his way to the batter's box. Brannon from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Jacksonville State. Scrambler in the stretch, peeks over at second base, delivers home for strike number 1. 0-1 for Brooke Brannon. Scrambler delivers home for a check swing on Brannon for strike number 2. Brings up 0-2. Scrambler delivers the pitch home for ball number 1. Brings up 1-2 for Brannon. Ball is pitched on the outside half of the strike zone for strike number 3. Scrambler able to get the K for the third out to end the 5th inning. We're headed to the top of the 6th. Larks lead 3-0 against the BJs. And folks, be sure to follow us on social media. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, obviously, if you're listening in. Be sure to subscribe to us, follow us, score updates, and more. And I'll catch you guys back here after the end of the inning. Back to Hays, Kansas for some Hays Larks baseball here at Larks Park. Larks lead 3-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. Hays back on the mound for the Larks. Pitches home to Connor Emmett. Pops up the ball to the right fielder, Sutherland, and Sutherland's able to make the catch for the first out for the Larks. Brings up Cade Ward, the first baseman for Liberal. One out here in the top of the 6th. Ward steps into the box. Hays in the windup, delivers home for strike number 1. Brings up 0-1. Hays pitches high. Ball number 1 brings up 1-1. If you're not familiar with Western Kansas, the weather is unpredictable here, and we got lucky for a beautiful night for baseball. Hays delivers home. Ward gets a line drive right to DeLeon at second base, and DeLeon makes the catch for out number 2 for the Larks. Brings up the future Fort Hays Tiger, Corbin Truslow, designated hitter for the BJs tonight. Truslow steps in the box. Hays delivers home for strike number 1, brings up 0-1. Ball is fouled off straight back at the home plate umpire. Brings up an 0-2 count. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 strikes on Truslow. Hays shakes off Ganguish. Goes into the windup, delivers home. Truslow pops up the ball, and Ganguish is trying to get under it and is able to make a sliding catch back towards the back wall of Larks Park for out number 3. Ganguish, excellent job making that play. Larks are headed to the bottom of the 6th inning against the Liberal BJs, and lead 3-0. See if they can extend their lead any, and I'll pop up the sponsors here, and we'll get you back after this half inning. Tonight, around 8:35 here in Hays, Kansas. Beautiful weather tonight. Couldn't ask for a better night of baseball. Brings up Kavanaugh, a shortstop for the Larks. Scrambler back on the mound for the BJs. Pitches home for strike number 1. Brings up 0-1. Ball is fouled out of play. Brings up 0-2 for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh steps back into the box for the Larks. Scrambler on the mound for the BJs. In the windup, delivers home. Kavanaugh hits a chopper into left field for a single. Runner on first base. Jimmy DeLeon makes his way to the batter's box. DeLeon taking some deep breaths before stepping in the box, ready to bat. Strambler back in the stretch. Delivers home. DeLeon squares up for a bunt, pulls back, but the ball is a strike. Brings up 0-1. Pitch is delivered home, and DeLeon's unable to lay the ball down. Fouls it back towards the press box. For strike number 2, brings up 0-2. DeLeon takes another deep breath, steps in the box, ready to hit. Strambler in the stretch, peeks over at first base, delivers home. Ball is grounded towards the shortstop. Williams just steps on the bag and throws it over to first base for a double play. Larks have 2 outs on them now. Drake Angeron now at the bat for the Larks from Morgan City, Louisiana. And if I heard correctly, his dad is here tonight. Made his way all the way up here. Angeron takes a ball, brings up 1-0. Strambler delivers an outside pitch to Angeron. Brings up 2-0. No runners on. Strambler's back in the windup. Pitches home. Angeron unable to hold on to the bat. Throws it towards the first base coach, Steve Sedbrook. And Gangwish walking out there with Pine Tar to throw at Angeron, so that doesn't happen again. Coach Sedbrook running the bat in to Angeron. Getting his exercise in tonight. Angeron making his way back to the batter's box after a thrown bat. Angeron steps in the box, ready to hit. Strambler delivers the pitch home. Angeron takes a hack at the ball and misses. For strike number 2, brings up 2-2. Ball is pitched for strike 3 on the outside half of the strike zone. Angeron really unhappy with that call. Brings up the 3rd out for the Larks. So the Larks still lead 3-0. We're headed to the top of the 7th inning. I will catch you guys back here after the end of the inning here. Voice America. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Rustin Hays makes his way back to the mound for the Larks. Leading off for the BJs is Holderin. Hays tosses the pitch in for strike number 1 against Holderin. Ball is pitched and popped up to the right fielder, Sutherland. Sutherland makes the catch, and the Larks managed to get 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Again, folks, I apologize for no scoreboard tonight. We'll get that back going for you again tomorrow. Now batting for the BJs is the third baseman, Trevor Beard. Hays delivers the knuckleball home outside for ball number 1, brings up 1-0. Ball is again outside, brings up 2-0. Hays is from Arkansas, goes to Williams Baptist. Hays came into this game with a 2-0 record. Pitch is delivered home right down the middle for strike 1, brings up a 2-1 count. Ball is rifled into deep left field, and Lee is able to make the catch on the warning track over his shoulder. Great job by Lee, brings up the second out. Here in the top of the 7th, no runners on, 2 outs. Trevor McDonald, the left fielder, comes up to bat for the BJs. Hays in the windup, delivers the pitch home for strike number 1 against McDonald. Count is 0-1. Ball is pitched in the same spot for strike number 2. McDonald takes both pitches, puts himself in a 0-2 hole. Hays in the windup, takes his time, delivers the pitch home for strike number 3, brings up the third out for the Larks. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Larks lead 3-0 still. And I'll catch you guys back after this half inning. We're here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Larks lead 3-0. The designated hitter, Wyatt Divis, leads off. Strambler back on the mound for the BJs, delivers the pitch home for strike number 1. The catcher, Moore, is unable to keep the ball in his glove. Brings up 0-1. Strambler delivers the pitch home. Pitch is low for ball number 1. Brings up 1-1 on Divis. Moore doing an excellent job framing that last pitch there for strike number 2. Framed it right there on the outside half of the strike zone. Count was 1-2. Ball is pitched home by Strambler for another ball. Brings up 2-2. Divis batting for the Larks, gets ready, fouls the ball off down the first base line towards first base coach Steve Sedbrook. Count is still 2-2. Strambler in the windup, delivers the pitch home. Ball is outside of the strike zone for ball number 3, brings up full count, 3-2. Full count. Strambler in the windup, delivers home. Divis hits a chopper up the middle of the field. The second baseman, Holderin, makes the play over to first base for out number 1.
Tonight's beverage batter, the left fielder, Justin Lee.
The beverage batter, Justin Lee, making his way to the batter's box for the Larks. Again, the beverage batter is a big deal here in Hays. You get half-price sodas and beer if he's able to make a hit. Strambler in the wind-up, delivers home outside for ball number 1 against Lee. 1-0. Breeze kind of died down a little bit. Flag's just hanging out there in left field. Breaking ball popped up by Lee, out of play. Brings up 1-1. Lee talking to the home plate umpire. I'm not sure what about. Exchanging some words. Strambler in the windup. Pitches home. Lee hits a line drive into left field for a single.
Reduced price all drinks for remainder of this half inning thanks to 8th Street Liquor and tonight's beverage batter, Justin Lee.
And with that hit, crowd of people starts making their way down to the Larks concession stand for half-price beer and soda. Brings up Mikey Gangwish, the catcher tonight. Moore jogs out to Strambler to talk with him. And with that, Coach Olmsted makes his way out for a possible pitching change. Liberal has somebody warming up over in the bullpen. Can't tell from here. Looks like Liberal actually has a couple people warming up in the bullpen. Looks like there was going to be a pitching change. The new pitcher started running on the field, and Strambler told him to get back. So with that, Strambler remains on the mound with Mikey Gangwish at the plate. Strambler in the stretch, pitches home. Gangwish takes a big hack at it and misses for strike number 1. Brings up 0-1 with 1 out. Runner on first base here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Strambler delivers home. Gangwish pops up the ball out of play towards the opposite side of my truck, luckily. Count is 0-2. Runner on first base. Strambler regaining his composure before stepping on the mound. Gangwish steps in the box. Strambler delivers the pitch home. Gangwish fouls off the ball down the first base line towards Coach Sebrook again. Coach Sebrook just getting out of the way on that one, and I don't blame him for that one. Runner on first base. Strambler delivers the pitch home. Gangwish just nicks the ball and it rolls down the third base line. Foul towards Coach Frank Leo, who's in his 37th season coaching the Larks. Coach Leo has coached the Larks for half of their 73 years. Strambler delivers the pitch high for ball number 1. Count is 1-2 against Gangwish. Runner on first base. Strambler back in the stretch. Delivers home. Gangwish does a check swing, pulls back on a low pitch. Home plate umpire checks with Randy Jordan, who's the field umpire for tonight. Strambler back in the stretch. Tosses the ball home. Ground ball hit between the first baseman and the second baseman into right field, and Gangwish advances the runner with a single. Runners on first and second, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Larks lead 3-0. Bringing up George Sutherland, the right fielder tonight for the Larks. Sutherland checks second base, delivers home for a high ball. 1-0. Strambler steps off. And Randy Jordan, the base umpire, calls a balk on Strambler, so runners advance a base. So runners are now on second and third, 2 in scoring position with Sutherland on up to bat, excuse me. 1 out. Strambler delivers the pitch home. Sutherland's caught taking a hack at it and misses. Count is 1-1. Strambler in the stretch, delivers home. Ball is fouled off towards the third base dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Sutherland. Strambler pitches home. Sutherland's caught taking another hack at it, strikes out for the second out. Runners on second, third, brings up the first baseman, Jared Belbin from Australia.
The first baseman, Jared Belbin.
Strambler delivers pitch home. Belbin hits a line drive right at the second baseman Holdren for the third out. And that's the end of the 7th inning. We're headed to the top of the 8th. Larks still lead 3-0. No runs put on the board since the 3rd inning.
Okay, Larks,
Larks with 9 hits, Liberal with 2. 2 errors on Liberal, none for the Larks. And I will catch you guys back once we end this inning here. We'll see you in a few.
Second number is
Hays, Kansas. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Larks lead 3-0. Colton Moore, the catcher tonight, leading off for the BJs here in the top of the 8th. Hays back on the mound for the Larks, doing an excellent job tonight. And the windup delivers the pitch home outside for ball number 1, brings up 1-0. Hays delivers home inside for ball number 2. Brings up 2-0. Hays with the pitch. Catches the catcher, Colton Moore, swinging. Brings up 2-1. Moore fouling off the ball for strike number 2. Brings up 2-2. No outs. Larks lead 3-0. Hays taking his time, stepping on the mound. In the windup, delivers the pitch home. Moore rifles the ball into left field towards Lee for a single. Makes 3 hits for the BJs tonight.
center fielder number 41, Tristan Stacy.
Runner on first base, the center fielder Tristan Stacy steps in the box for the BJs. Hays in the stretch, peeks over his shoulder at the runner on first base, throws over at Colton Moore. Slides back in time to be safe. Hays in the stretch. Delivers the pitch. Ball is hit to center fielder Andron. Andron kind of didn't get a good enough read off the start there, but he's tall enough to make the catch on the run there. Good job by Andron. Brings up 1 out. Runner on first base. Looks like there is a change in the batting order here. Excuse me, no, there's not. We're back to the top of the lineup. Jordan Williams, the shortstop. Hays delivers the pitch home. Ball is hit again into left field towards Justin Lee for a single. Runners on first and second. Brings up Connor Emmett, the right fielder tonight for the BJs. Hayes back to the stretch with runners on first and second. There's 2 outs. Hayes throws home for strike number 1, brings up 0-1. Emmett from Grapevine, Texas, goes to Weatherford College. Hits a ground ball to DeLeon. DeLeon makes a throw to Kavanaugh, and Kavanaugh throws over to Belbin for the double play. Guess there's only 1 out there. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th inning here. Larks up 3-0. Larks have 9 hits. Liberal has 3. I'll catch you guys back here after this half inning. Welcome back to Hays Larks baseball here in Hays, America. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Larks up 3-0. Leading off for the Larks is the third baseman, Brooke Brannon. Brannon plays baseball at Jacksonville State. Got a pitching change for the BJs, the left-handed pitcher from South Mountain Community College and hometown of Albuquerque, New Mexico. The left-handed pitcher, Shipke. Cole Shipke. Shipke's first pitch of the game is a strike. Brings up 0-1 on Brannon. Second pitch is a ball. It's a little bit high. Brings up 1-1 for Brannon. Shepke in the windup, delivers home. Ball is hit into deep center. Great job by Stacy making an over-shoulder catch for the first out of the bottom of the 8th inning.
For the shortstop,
Matt Cavanaugh making his way to the batter's box. For the Larks with 1 out, no runners on. Larks up 3-0. Shepke pitches home, ball is hit straight back up the middle into center field. Nice single by Cavanaugh. 1 out brings up Jimmy DeLeon, the second baseman.
Jimmy DeLeon.
Jimmy DeLeon stepping in the box for the Larks from El Paso, Texas. Takes a deep breath, steps into the box. Shepke in the stretch. Delivers home for strike number 1, it looks like. Couldn't really tell what the home plate umpire called there. Shepke in the stretch, peeks over at first base. Pitches home for ball number 1. Count. I believe the count is 1-1. Couldn't really tell what the home plate umpire held up there. Runner on first base, 1 out. DeLeon fouls off the ball out of play. Brings up a 1-2 count.
Courtesy of the Hays Police Department.
The home plate umpire calls for more balls from the ball boy. Jimmy DeLeon stepping in the box. The 1-2 count, 1 out, runner on first base. Shepke in the stretch, pitches home. Just misses the strike zone for ball number 2, brings up 2-2. Ball is chopped to the third baseman, Beard. Just nicks Beard's glove. Rolls into left field, and I believe they will rule that an error. That will be Liberal's third error tonight. So with that error, runners on first and second.
Drake Andron from Morgan City, Louisiana, steps in the box for the Larks.
First time seeing Shepke, left-handed pitcher from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Pitches home, bunts laid down by Andron, and he beats out the ball to first base for a single. Brings up loaded bases.
And designated hitter Wyatt Divis.
With only 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th, Divis steps in the box, trying to make something happen for the Larks. Larks up to 12 hits now. Shepke in the stretch, pitches home. Ball is in the turf. Good job by Colton Moore keeping that in front of him and eliminating a possible run. Shepke in the stretch, pitches home. Ball is blocked again by Moore. Brings up a 2-0 count with 1 out for Divis. Bases loaded. Shepke in the stretch, delivers home for strike number 1 on the outside half of the strike zone. Count is 2-1. Shepke delivers the pitch home. Ball looked low. Brings up a 3-2 count. Shepke pitches home. Divis with a nice hit down the third base line. Into left field, hits the corner of the wall. 1 run scores, 2 run scores, 3 run score. 3-run RBI by the designated hitter Wyatt Divis. Tallies up 3 more RBIs on his career. So Larks score 3 more runs, really putting the hurt on Liberal now. Score is now 6-0. Larks lead. Brings up the Beverage batter, Justin Lee. Justin Lee steps in the box for the Larks after a 3 RBI double by Wyatt Divis. Shepke pitches the ball a little high for the umpire's liking. Brings up 1-0 on Justin Lee. Shepke back in the stretch with runner on second base. Ball is in the turf. Blocked by Colton Moore, the catcher for Liberal. Brings up a 1-1 count. Shepke in the stretch, peeks over at Divis on second base. Delivers the pitch home. High breaking ball for ball number 2. Brings up a 2-1 count. Larks fans eager to see Lee get another hit because he is the Beverage batter tonight. Ball is low and outside for ball number 3. Brings up the hitter's count, 3-1. Great job by Lee being selective. Shepke in the stretch, peeks over at Divis on second base. Turns around, looking to throw at second. Ends up keeping the ball. Shepke ready to deliver the pitch. Lee calls a time. Steps out of the box. And the time is granted. Shepke steps back on the mound. In the stretch. Peeks over at Divis on second. Delivers the pitch home. Ball is fouled off over the first base dugout towards my truck again. I know I keep saying it, but if I keep saying that it's going to hit my truck, then it's not going to, and then I don't have to pay for any damage. Shepke delivers the pitch. Ball is fouled off by Lee, straight back. Brings up a full count for Lee. And don't worry, folks, tomorrow night I will park in a different spot so you don't have to hear me complain the whole night about a ball coming towards my truck. Shepke delivers pitch home. Ball is fouled off again over the first base, over to the first base side.
Count remains full, 3-2. With one out, runner on second base, Larks lead 6-0 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Shepke in the stretch, peeks over at Divis again, and turns around. Divis jogs back to second base. Neither the second baseman or shortstop were within range for Shepke to pitch back. Shepke in the stretch, throws home, hits Justin Lee right in the back, and walks him down to first base. Runners on first and second, brings up the catcher, Mikey Gangwish. Mikey, a senior out of, I believe, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Goes to Colorado School of Mines.
The catcher, Mikey Gangwish.
Runners on first and second, one out. Mikey Gangwish steps into the batter's box for the Larks. Larks have a healthy lead, 6-0 here. Shepke peeks back at Divis on second base, delivers the pitch home into the turf. Colton Moore could not find the ball. It was just right under him. Divis thought about going, but returns to second base. Shepke in the stretch. Gangwish steps into the box. Runners on first and second. Pitch is delivered home into the turf again. Good job by Colton Moore, making sure no balls get past him, and eliminating extra bases. (2-0) count on Gangwish. Ball is pitched home and popped up to the center fielder, Stacy. Stacy makes the routine fly ball in center field for the second out. Runners on first and second still. Sutherland starts making his way to the batter's box for the Larks with runners on first and second and two outs. We're here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Larks looking to extend their 6-run lead here. Shepke in the stretch, peeks over at Divis again on second base. Ball is fouled off straight back. Hits the catcher, Colton Moore. Umpire walks the ball out to Shepke. Brings up an 0-1 count for Sutherland. 2 outs here. Shepke in the stretch, peeks over at Divis again, throws home. Ball bounces off the shin guard, excuse me. Above the catcher, Colton Moore. Runners advance a base. 2 runners in scoring position now. Runners on second and third. So runners on second and third. 2 strikes, 1 ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Sutherland up to bat for the Larks. Shepke in the stretch. Ball is pitched. Ground ball hit to the first baseman, Ward. Ward steps on the first base for the 3rd out for the BJs. We're headed to the top of the 9th inning. Larks lead 6-0. 13 hits for the Larks, 3 for the BJs, 3 errors for the BJs, and none for the Larks. I will catch you guys back for the top of the 9th inning here in a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hays America for the top of the ninth inning.
First baseman number 18, Cade Ward.
Be sure to follow us on social media down there on the bottom of the screen there for score updates and more. Rustin Hays back on the mound for the Larks. Ball is hit into deep left field and caught at the wall by Justin Lee. Brings up one out for the Larks. Two more, and this will be a final score for the game. Believe Corbin Truslow, the designated hitter, is up to bat for the BJs. Hits the ball right up the middle past the second baseman DeLeon into center field for a single. Brings up 4 hits for the BJs tonight.
The second baseman number 6, Brendan Holdren.
Holdren, the second baseman for the BJs, coming up to bat. Hays still on the mound for the Larks. He's pitched 8 complete innings so far. With one out, we're on first base. Holdren up to bat. Hays in the stretch. Peeks over at first base. Delivers the pitch home for strike number 1. Count is 0-1 against Holdren. Nice pitch by Hays. Brings a ground ball past DeLeon again into right field this time. Runners on first and second, one out. Brings up third baseman Trevor Beard. Runners on first and second. Larks lead 6-0. Hays pitches the ball low and away for ball number 1. Brings up 1-0 count. Hays with the knuckleball. Ball is hit to shallow center field for a single.
Congratulations to Jody Brannon. She's the mother of Lark.
So with that little blooper in the center field, bases are loaded with one out.
Here tonight with Sister Ashton and Brooks' girlfriend Kelsey, all the way from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The left fielder, number 1, Trevor McDonald.
Bases loaded, one out. Rustin Hays still on the mound for the Larks, doing a great job this game. In the windup, pitch is sent home for ball number 1. Brings up a 1-0 count. Ball is pitched home, but this time for a strike. Brings up 1-1 for Rustin Hays. Hays in the windup sends it home for ball number 2. 2-1 count, one out. Top of the ninth inning, Larks lead 6-0. Rustin Hays, who started this game, still on the mound for the Larks. Pitches home for ball number 3, excuse me. Three-one, one out. Liberal has the bases loaded. Hays with the bases loaded walk. Let's Liberal score their first run of the night here in the top of the ninth. Looks like Coach Keith Harper making his way out to Rustin Hays. Coach Harper has been in this business nearly as long as Coach Leo. So bases loaded. There's only one out. Larks lead 6-1. Short mound visit from Coach Harper. Rustin Hays walks off the back side of the mound, trying to regain his composure a little bit. Done a great job so far, just needs to relax and throw some strikes and make his defense work a little bit. Hays in the windup sends it home for strike one. Hit the top part of the strike zone there. Count is 0-1 with one out. Another strike for Hays on the outside half of the strike zone. 0-2, one out. Hays in the zone quickly. Back-to-back pitches. Ground ball hit to the first baseman, Belbin. Belbin steps on the bag for the second out, but not before Holden runs in and scores the second run for the BJs.
The center fielder,
Tristan Stacy now at the bat for the BJs with runners on second and third. 2 outs. Scores now 6-2, Larks lead. Hays with a nice outside strike for an 0-1 count now. Next pitch is a little too far outside. Brings up 1-1. Hays is quickly making pitches back to back. Shortstop Kavanaugh tries his best to chuck the ball over to first base, trying to get the out, but throw is not in time. Runner's able to score for an infield single. Scores now 6-3. Larks lead, 2 outs. Jordan Williams, the shortstop, now at the bat for the BJs. Runners on first and second. Hays delivers the pitch home for strike number 1. Count is now 0-1. A little bit of excitement going on here in the top of the 9th inning. Hays pitches the ball outside for a 1-1 count now. All Hays needs is one more out here. Hays sends it home, but it's inside and high. Brings up a 2-1 count. 2-1, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Larks lead 6-3. Ball is hit to deep left center. Hits the wall. And the BJs will score 2 runs off a double. And just like that, Liberals back in the game. With 2 outs. The score is now 6-5. Larks only lead by 1. Looks like Coach Harper's making his way out to the mound. And that will be the end of Hays' game tonight. Great job by Rustin Hays throughout 8 innings here. Struggled here in the 9th, but that's all right. Get a fresh arm in there and see if we can catch that last out. Since there will be a pitching change, I'm going to go ahead and throw the sponsors up and zoom in for you guys so you can watch them pitch a little bit. And I'll catch you back here in a few. Welcome back to Hays America. 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. Larks only lead by 1 now. Liberal scoring all 5 of their runs here in the top of the ninth inning. Score 6-5. Tommy Garcia now pitching for the Larks out of Tucson, Arizona. Sends it home, ground ball right to Belbin at first base. Belbin bobbles the ball, but is able to regain control for the third and final out of the ninth inning. Larks doing an excellent job minimizing this last inning. Great job by the Larks. Final score for tonight's ball game: 6-5. Larks win. Rustin Hays doing an excellent job tonight. He'll pick himself up another win, making his record 3-0 now. And just like that, folks, I'll see you back here tomorrow night. You're stuck with me for the rest of this series. Hope that's all right with you guys, and I will catch you guys back here tomorrow night. Everybody have a good night now, and be sure to tune in tomorrow night.